Welcome to Canada, the land of maple syrup, hockey, and a giant rodent that engineers entire ecosystems like a furry little construction worker. The beaver. Today, we're diving into 5 lesser-known facts about the Canadian beaver that will blow your toque right off your head. Let's go. All right, let's start with the first thing you notice when a beaver smiles at you, which, let's be honest, shouldn't happen unless you're in a weird Disney movie. Their bright orange teeth. Yes, orange, like a traffic cone or a pumpkin spice latte. But before you judge, there's a reason. Their teeth contain iron, making them extra strong for chomping down trees like a tiny lumberjack on a caffeine high. So while humans worry about whitening strips, beavers are out here flexing their pumpkin-colored power tools. Respect. Beavers have big old pancake-shaped tails, and they use them for swimming, balance, and, get this, dramatic water slaps. When a beaver senses danger, it smacks its tail on the water with the intensity of a grandmother slamming a newspaper on the table when she sees bad weather in the forecast. That massive THWAP is their way of warning the squad, "Yo, danger's coming. Hide your logs." It's basically the beaver version of sending an emergency group chat. Yes, you heard that right. Back in the day, some fancy perfume makers thought, you know what would make this cologne irresistible? Beaver butt juice. There's a gland near a beaver's tail that produces a substance called castoreum, which apparently smells kind of vanilla-like. Humans, being the bizarre creatures we are, used it in perfumes and even flavored food with it. That's right, if you ever had natural vanilla in your snack, you might have unknowingly licked beaver behind essence. Enjoy that thought. Beavers don't just build dams, they build luxury condos, waterfront resorts, and gated communities for themselves. Their dams can be huge. One in Alberta is over 850 meters long. That's bigger than 8 football fields. Imagine being that committed to home improvement. Meanwhile, I've had an IKEA shelf sitting unassembled for 6 months. Beavers create entire ecosystems, turning small streams into ponds and wetlands, giving homes to fish, birds, and frogs. They are accidental environmentalists, making them the world's first eco-friendly influencers. Here's some irony for you. The beaver is literally on Canada's nickel, but at one point we were so obsessed with them we almost wiped them out. Why? Fashion. Back in the 1600s, Europeans decided they needed fancy beaver hats to prove they were rich and important. So they started trapping beavers by the millions to make their luxury headwear. At one point, beaver populations dropped so low that even beavers were like, "Bruh, we can't keep up." Luckily, we figured out that maybe murdering our national animal for head accessories wasn't the best move. Today, beaver populations are back, and Canada is forever known as the land where nature's architects run wild. And there you have it, folks. 5 lesser-known facts about the Canadian beaver that prove these little creatures are strong, smart, dramatic, and just a little bit weird. Kind of like Canada itself. So next time you see a beaver, tip your hat, preferably not made of beaver fur, and say, "Thanks for keeping our environment awesome. You orange-toothed legend." Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more weird and wonderful Canadian facts. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to Google whether my vanilla ice cream has beaver juice in it. Bye.